Everybody, this is Dave with Second Main Phase. We are doing some Legacy Cube today. We've got a pretty interesting pack here. As far as cards that I like the green cards. I like both Nissa and Sakura Tribe Elder. Probably taking Nissa out of this pack, honestly. The other cards that are good, I like Condemn a lot, actually, but I don't want to take it here. Dark Ritual is very powerful. Factor Fiction is good. Tasker is fine. The lands are just okay, but I think I'd rather start. I like playing green in the format. I like the ramp strategies, and Nissa doubling as a planeswalker and card advantage. I think I'll just take Nissa. Not a great first pick, but definitely not unhappy to be here. Okay. So there's a sneak attack here. It's kind of hard to pass sneak attack. I do believe it's one of the most powerful cards in the cube. So I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna snap it up here. Lots of other good cards I wouldn't mind taking. Avacyn's Pilgrim, Solemn, Simulacrum. Ashiok's very good in the cube. One of the best planeswalkers in my opinion. But I'm gonna take sneak attack. I think it's the most powerful card by a pretty long shot, and getting it early is a big sign. Okay, so there's some pretty awesome options for us from this pack as well. So Treachery, I think Treachery is also one of the best cards in the cube, and I think I'm going to take it here. I wouldn't mind Elvish Mystic. FTK is fine. The lands are good. Unexpectedly Absent, Avenger, and Mirari's Wake are all fine, but yeah, I'm going to take Treachery. Super high power level on that card. So we could go a number of different directions right now, so we're going to sort of stay open here. Kodama's Reach is good. Greater Gargadon is interesting. Doesn't really have that much synergy with Sneak Attack, so I don't think that I really want it here. I've been impressed with a Theomancer, but I think I'm just going to take the Reach here. Puts us into a ramp strategy. If we make green our base color, then splashing any other color is not a huge deal. I could be convinced that taking like Temple of Epiphany here would be good, but I'll just take the Reach. Solid ramp card. Okay. Alright, lots of interesting stuff here. I don't mind the Fetch, Rouse Zarek, or Part the Water Veil. Gilded Lotus also is very good. Yeah, this is actually a tough pick. There's a lot of very good cards here. Gilded Lotus was even better in the Vintage Cube, but it's still an excellent card here. Don't actually know what I want here. Could just take the Fetch to stay open. But also Gilded Lotus keeps me kind of open. Yeah, I'll take the Gilded Lotus. Rouse Zarek's like an okay planeswalker. I think we can do better. Let's get the Gilded Lotus in here. Alright, what do we got here? What does Nature's Lord do? Forced and put it onto the battlefield. Probably just going to take the Nature's Lord. It's a solid ramp spell. If I was taking another card, it would probably be, I don't know, one of the black cards. Dismember, Necrotol, Nightveil Spectre are all fine, but just take a solid ramp target here. Or sorry, a ramp spell. So this means that duels that have forest in their land type are big for us. So we don't want to let those run by. Okay, here and now I think I want to take Inferno Titan. It's good with sneak attack. It's just a good ramp target. It's a good finisher. Pian Kiran Nalar and Stroke of Genius are also in the works for me. I love Stroke of Genius, and we're looking to be a deck that could take advantage of it. But I think Inferno Titan's one of the better finishers in the cube. So we'll snap that up here. Alright, this pack, a little more disappointing than the previous ones. I could take something like Garrick, though I have not been super impressed with Garrick. It's not as good as like, you know, Nicol Bolas or Ugin or something, or Karn. And it's in an additional color. I think probably what I'll take here is Into the Royal over Seal of Fire. I think it's just a better card. The white cards are good, but I don't see us moving in that direction. So I'll take it Into the Royal. It's early interaction, which is at a premium, I think, in this cube. Anything in the low mana range that, you know, does something is just very good. So we missed out on a couple elves from this pack, which is unfortunate. Okay, here's a Taiga. Man, that Condemn should not be in the pack. It's like super tempting to take that, but we're already sort of straddling three colors here. We'll just start. I think we need to start taking the fixing. Also, the Taiga is better because Nature's Lore can tutor up the Taiga, so it's a little bit better. Yeah, so I want to play the Treachery. I want to play the Sneak Attack. We'll see where this sort of goes. We have a lot of ramp, so we can already play a lot of curve toppers. Um, something like Dragon Lord Atarka is what we're looking for. Some of the Eldrazi. Yeah, all of them are. Yeah, any of the big ramp targets would be good. Anything sort of smaller is fine. Here, I could consider Banefire or Trigon Predator for this deck. Banefire looks good. Doesn't look insane. Which, yeah, I'll take the Banefire. In the other cube, in the vintage cube, Trigon Predator would be way better. Wow, Elvish Mystic, Wield, and Lightning Strike. Definitely taking Elvish Mystic. We could also consider Genesis Wave for this deck, but Elvish Mystic is just a premium. 1-drops that ramp into 3-drops are insane. Like, getting Kodama's Reach into play on turn 2, like, you know, you're playing 5-drops on turn 3. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, I mean, like, Elvish Mystic into Kodama's Reach into Gilded Lotus Nissa is like, how do you lose that game? Just have access to so much mana, your opponent's on like four lands. All right, so we're gonna have to choose which direction we want to go. It's not clear whether we want to play green-red and splash blue or play green-blue and splash red. Either would be reasonable, I think, in this spot. If we get an opposition, then we definitely want to go green-blue. I'm not exactly sure what would pull us more to the red side. We already have one of the better red finishers. To each creature, to each of X target creatures enter. Oh, I don't think I want this card. Dungeon Geist is okay. I don't think this is a Greater Gargadon deck. Yeah, just a 9/7 isn't really that interesting to me. Ooh, Ral Zarek Wield. All right, take Ral Zarek for sure. We're definitely playing Ral Zarek as well. All right, I'll take Ire Shaman. I don't plan on playing it. In these decks, it's very risky to play a card like this, where when you unmorph him, you could be hitting, something in the low end of your curve, or you could be hitting, a 6-drop. So I would definitely prefer to have, if I'm playing Ire Shaman, I would prefer to have a deck that sort of tops out at 4, so you can have a reasonable guarantee that you're going to get to play the card that you reveal. Okay. There's an Edric here, which I think is kind of key to the green-blue strategy. There are a lot of powerful cards here. I would consider Edric, Seagate Oracle, Cyclonic Rift, Den Protector, Library, and Flooded Strand as possible picks. But I'm going to take the Edric because I think it's one of the cards that really matters in the green-blue deck. So I'm going to take it here. All right. Some good options here. I think what I'm going to take is the Farseek. I think for me, it's either the Farseek or the Miscalc. Are the two cards that I'm really considering. I'm not a huge fan of Sarkin, though we'll definitely play him if he wheels. Bouncer is not the kind of card for this deck. Again, that's like sort of for a more low to the ground deck. An Acidic Slime I found to just be okay. There aren't a lot of artifact and enchantments that you really, really care about. And killing a land is just like fine. But definitely like Farseek here. It is awkward having Nature's Lore, Farseek, Kodama's Reach in a deck that probably wants to use more creatures. So we're going to be looking for Mana Elves and Voyaging Satyrs and things like that. All right, Green Warden is pretty good. I'm looking at that. Looter Core also very good. I think I'm going to take the Looter here. I wouldn't mind playing Dismiss, but it's not my favorite. Bloodbright Elf could be good in this deck, so I'm going to take Looter and maybe hope to wheel one of those cards. Hangerback Walker would also be fine for this deck. Whirler Rogue would be fine. I'm just gonna take the Looter here. I love this card. I think this card is one of the low-key best cards in the cube. Just in terms of grinding you into a lot of advantage and also dealing a fair bit of damage. Getting this on turn 2, you're probably getting in for 4, maybe 5 throughout the course of the game. So you've got a Lava Axe plus a Merfolk Looter, which is not bad for 2 mana. Also having Edric in the deck puts this at a premium. Okay, So here, there's a Remand, and I like Remand. There's also a Temple of Mystery, which might provide us some of our much needed fixing going forward. There's also a Bloodstained Mire. Could take that. Any of those cards are reasonable. I think I'm going to take the Temple here. I'm not like super keen on Remand. We're going to be tapping out most turns. And while it's a great tempo play, I don't know if this deck needs it. It could be wrong. I could be convinced that Remand is the pick here, but I think I'm just going to take the Temple and try to have our mana be as good as possible. I don't mind Stratus Dancer. I don't mind Wolfear Silverheart. Don't mind Utopia Sprawl. All of these cards are good. What does this deck want? Well, got mana. I kind of like Wolfear Silverheart with, with a bunch of these dorks getting in. It's a reasonable card to top out at. Yeah, I'm going to take the Silverheart here. I wouldn't mind playing Stratus Dancer as well, as it gives us some interaction, and it's an evasive creature. Maybe that's just the better card. I'm going to take the Silverheart. It packs a punch, and that might be something that we're sort of missing right now. Okay. Electrolyze, pretty good. Threads is decent, but I think I'd rather have the Electrolyze. Just gives us some cheap interaction. I wouldn't mind Survivalist, but I think Electrolyze is good here. So we're definitely looking to pick up more fixing if we can buy it. So probably just taking this Shivan Reef over like Chasm Skulker. Much rather have the fixing. Breeding Pool is probably the pick here. Wow, there's some good cards left. I mean, Swords to Plowshare should definitely not be in this pack anymore. Like, there's no way that there was a better white card. Well, maybe one better white card. There's still a Savannah, so maybe just nobody's in white. I wouldn't mind Wall of Roots either, but I think I'm taking the Breeding Pool here. We already have a Taiga, so like any green fetch becomes insane in our deck. Okay. Here I don't know what to take. I probably should just take like the Spellskite or the Evolutionary Leap. I don't know how good Leap is. There aren't a lot of decks that play a ton of spot removal, so I imagine that Leap is not amazing, but by the same token, maybe then Spellskite isn't amazing either. Yeah. I'll take the Leap. It's interesting. I haven't gotten to play with this card much, so I'll figure out if it's good or not. Take a Huntmaster here. Huntmaster's okay. Yeah, I don't think I want to play any of these other cards. Forkbolt would be fine, but I think like red is our splash, so take the Huntmaster. Here, Whirler Rogue. Ooh, Bloodbraid Elf. Let's see, Bloodbraid Elf. Bloodbraid Elf is pretty much always a hit in this deck, so I think we just take Bloodbraid Elf here. It's like an interesting angle that we can attack on. Like Whirler Rogue is insane if we get opposition in the next pack, but Bloodbraid Elf isn't bad on that front either. Stagger Shock's fine. Could consider playing the Stagger Shock. All right. I mean, we're going to be making lots of cuts here, but I just want to include all these cards in the event that we decide to use them. So we're not looking like a very big sneak attack deck at the moment, but that can change in this last pack. You know, sneak attack isn't bad with some of the other cards that we have right now. You know, it's great with Inferno Titan. It's fine with Wolfear Silverheart. Huntmaster gives us value if we sneak it in. However, sneak attack's going to go up a lot if we pick up some Titans in this last pack. It's possible that we cut it, honestly, at the moment. Okay. Lotus Cobra I like. Could also take Deceiver Exarch here. It's not unreasonable. None of the duels fix us. Fire Ice is quite good. I think I'm just going to take Cobra here. If we see a Kiki, we might snap it up and then try to hope to wield the Deceiver Exarch. But I think Lotus Cobra is the kind of card this deck wants. It's good with Edric. It's good with, you know, if we pick up a fetch, which we're hoping for. So I'm going to take it here. I'm going to move this Leap to the sideboard. All right, Garruk is nice. Ulamog is nice. Wood Elves is nice. Sulphur Falls is nice. All these cards are nice. I think I'm going to take the Ulamog here. We're a deck that can cast Ulamog semi-reliably, and it makes our sneak attack just amazing, so I'm going to take it. Probably gonna cut this Banefire. Ooh, more good stuff. Interesting. So I like Freyalise quite a bit. I also like Swag Tusk and Repeal. I think I'm just going to take... Oh, there's also a Cloudscape in this pack. This pack is great for us. I think I'm going to take the Freyalise here. It's good in the green-blue decks. Like, you alter and you just draw a million cards. But there's a lot of stuff that we can wheel out of this pack. So I'm going to take Freyalise here. Nicol Bolas is interesting. I don't think that that's in the cards for us. We don't have any black fixing. Which is unfortunate, because like our deck could definitely ramp there. So I think I'd take like Mystic Snake here. Kind of like Mystic Snake over like Siege Gang Commander. Like the Commander's fine to sneak in. But yeah, I think I'd rather have the Snake as some more interaction. At the moment, I'm not crazy about Huntmaster. Not crazy about Dungeon Geist, but we might keep it anyway. Sneak Attack looks okay. One more big sneak target is probably what we're looking for here. We have a lot of ramp too, and we're not really taking advantage of it yet. Well. So Domri Raid, not so hot in this deck. Future Sight and Harmonize are pretty similar, but are also both great cards, so I think I might just take Harmonize here. Future Sight's very powerful. I'll just take Harmonize. Alright, got a Rootbound Crag and a Cultivate here. I just want the fixing at this point. Like, I've got so many ramp spells that I don't think I just want another random, you know, find 2 lands. None of the other cards are that good for us. Okay, what do we got here? Shardless Agent. Shardless Agent is pretty reliable in this deck. It's gonna hit us more mana ramp, which I like. So I think I'm gonna take it here. Definitely don't want Augur, and the off-color elf is way less exciting, I think. Yeah, let's just take the Shardless. Shardless looks fine. Probably gonna sideboard the Stagger Shock to begin with. Sneak Attack actually doesn't look great in this deck. Like, we can probably just make do with what we have here. Still playing the Inferno Titan, still playing the Ulamog even. Like, we can hardcast Ulamog in this deck pretty easily. Alright, Hinterland Harbor, pretty awesome. I don't think I want the Recruiter. I think I just want the fixing here. It's a shame we didn't get a fetch. Not that we have like too many interactions with it, but like it's nice with Lotus Cobra. Yeah, so if I was going to play one of these cards at the moment, it would probably be Stagger Shock over like Huntmaster or Sneak. Banefire also could just be like a kill condition for us. Maybe that's what we play, just like as a big ramp spell, we draw into it and just sort of insta-win. Yeah, I don't mind that. Alright, well, the Fire Ice Wield is definitely what we're taking here. Yeah, none of these other cards are super exciting for us. Like, you can sneak in Ashen Rider, which is sweet, but that needs to have sneak attack on the battlefield, so just take Fire Ice. Wood Elves Wield, that's also sweet. We're going to be able to cut some of these ramp spells, I think. We can do some broken stuff with Ralzeric, Gilded Lotus. Definitely want to keep all this top-end stuff. I think at the moment, the things I'm looking to cut are like probably Farseek, since it only finds this island, whereas Nature's Lore finds us both with Breeding Pool and Temple. It's almost kind of crazy to cut like a ramp spell like that, but I think it's fine. I don't really care about any of these cards. I'm going to cut the Geist, just because I don't want to play against it. Not that we're particularly vulnerable to Geist, but it's such a fast clock compared to those other cards. Yeah, I like how this is shaped up. Definitely wouldn't have minded a few more 1-mana plays, but definitely going to hit a lot of our mana. As far as the last cut to make, I guess it's probably the Banefire. Yavimaya Elder's also kind of good here. Can we play Nicol Bolas? No way, right? No. Siege Gang's also fine. I'm gonna take the Elder. It's just card advantage, I think. So yeah, take the Elder. Probably cutting the Kodama's Reach. Like the non-creature ramp spells are so much worse with Edric that I think I'd prefer to have like Elder in over Kodama's Reach. Even though Kodama's Reach is like kind of insane. Wake Thrasher. Wake Thrasher could be good in this deck. Probably better than the Chief, I think. I'm gonna take it here. There's no guarantee that we play it. All right, Phoenix we're definitely not playing. I've played this card before, and I was not impressed at all. Okay, so yeah, I like this. We're gonna have to make a few cuts. Probably, I really like Banefire. It has to win us the game for it to be good. Maybe Electrolyze. Like, okay, what's our interaction? Our interaction is Electrolyze, Mystic Snake, Ralzeric, Fire Ice, Dungeon Geist, Treacheries, Inferno Titan, kind of, and our Into the Royal. So all those cards are fine. Our business spells are Ulamog, Treachery, Inferno Titan. To some extent, our 4-drops are kind of business spells. Alright, now how's our fixing look? Our fixing is pretty good. Let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3 red sources here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green, 1, 2, 3, 4 blue sources. Okay. So we definitely can get somewhere with this. Man, I just want to play all these cards, but just can't. I think I'm gonna sideboard Electrolyze for now. And instead, let's see, this is 24, so I should make one more cut, I think. Maybe not. Maybe I can try to cheat it and play just one less land. Lord gets a forest, which is both. The looters are good. This deck is sick. We can Bloodbraid into Shardless. Oh my god. Be still, my beating heart. I like these early interaction spells. Dungeon Geist is nice in that it's like a semi-permanent answer. Do I like it? I kind of like Wolfear Silverheart in this deck, though. Maybe because we have so much ramp, we can just try to cheat and like play 16 lands. But no, that feels so bad to me. I think it's gonna be maybe something from in here, like the Elder. Yeah, maybe the Elder is just a little bit under the power level of everything else going on. So let's go ahead and see what they suggest. So they're saying 3 mountains. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think 3 mountains is a little bit too many. I'm looking at, I think 2 mountains is fine, which probably means we up the forest count. So this gives us 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 green sources and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blue sources. I think that's fine, especially considering that all of our green ramp can, or a lot of our green ramp can find blue sources. I think that's fine. All right, so this is a pretty sweet deck. We had to make a lot of cuts here, and we're gonna have some interesting sideboard options. So pretty excited about the deck. I'll see you guys in round 1.